Searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair, because eyes so bright.
All right, everyone, we are back in the studio, back to your regular scheduled programming. We've got my girl Kiki Monique in the house.
I'm so excited.
It's been so long.
The last time I saw you, you were not a New York Times bestselling author.
I know. So apparently they did a drinking game at one of my shows, the last show in Philly, and Summer came out with a sign that said New York Times bestseller. And they said every time this word is said, take a drink.
I love that.
So if we were playing right now, I'd have to already take a drink.
Oh my God. And this is your first day back in LA from your book tour.
Yes, first full day back in the routine. Took Summer to school this morning. Had the typical morning argument with Brock over timing. And he's just like, is this what it's like? I was like, honey, just on time, leave on time. And I understand what he's saying. He doesn't like to put pressure on her in the morning to be on time for preschool.
Okay.
I do understand that. However, let's just get up a little fucking earlier so we can get her to school on time.
Yeah.
And then he does this new thing where, because, you know, I've been on book tour and he's just been home being single dad with her. So they have this cute little routine where they go to McDonald's in the morning on the way to school. They place a mobile order. And I was like, you're not giving much McDonald's every single day.
Right?
He's like, no, it was just like twice a week, Mr. Health.
That's still
okay.
a lot. Okay.
But I guess for him, it was this fun thing where they leave already. She starts school at 8:15. They're not even out the house at 8:15. Okay. Then they stop at McDonald's for their mobile order, hop out of the car, grab the McDonald's instead of going in the drive-through line because it's too long. And then she has approximately 3 minutes to eat between McDonald's and school.
No.
And I'm like so frustrated this morning. And he's just like, so is this what it's like being back? I'm like, well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, 2 minutes later, like, we're fine. We get her to school and everyone's there and whatnot. But it just, I'm like, yes, I'm back to life.
Do they even have
to
happy hours at
reality.
breakfast time hour for kids? I can never
Wait, happy hour?
I mean, happy meal. Sorry.
Oh, I was like-
Sorry. I'm like in my own world.
I'm like, I mean, maybe there's some appetizers. No, she just
Okay.
likes the pancakes,
Okay.
the bacon, sausage, just like the typical.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so.
But you've been gone. So how many cities did you do?
Oh my gosh, 11, 10, 11?
Okay.
I don't even remember.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so we started in New York.
Okay.
Then we went to New Jersey. We went to Chicago, LA, Azusa, if we're getting technical, Salt Lake City, Austin, Boston, Pittsburgh, Atlanta. And then we went back to LA, and then we did Cincinnati, Nashville, and Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
So I think that was like, I don't know, maybe 13.
All right.
And we were supposed to do St. Louis and DC, but personal reasons for St. Louis and DC scheduling just got so fucked up and we could not save that one.
Okay.
I didn't even cancel my flight until I was supposed to check in. I'm like, Mark, what are we doing? Do I check in? Do I cancel?
Yeah.
And I have family who lives in DC. So I was still trying to make a fun day out of it. And I'm like, maybe we do like a scavenger hunt. Like I pretend like I'm Olivia Pope.
Okay.
You know, we just like go to all the scandal landmarks or something, leave a book, like have some, I don't know. But we were trying to save it so bad, even when nothing worked out. And then the icing on the cake was when I asked my cousin, I go, look, are you still down to pick me up and like be my chauffeur for the day? I have this fun idea, get some social content. And he's like, look, I'm down. I do just want to be honest though, because I know this is like the first day of the last leg. I have a sore throat. And I was like, nope,
no.
canceling my flight.
No.
I'll see you guys another
Go
time.
get a COVID test and I'll talk to you later.
Like I haven't met your most recent kids, but I'll see them another time. I am not getting sick.
No. What was your favorite city?
So that's the thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I liked something about every single city. And I'm not just saying that. New York, obviously, I mean, has my heart. Jersey, that was my first bookstore signing.
Okay.
So that will just always be so special because I walk up. It's this adorable little independent bookstore. They've got a big picture of me. Like it was just, that's what I pictured book tour being.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I get to Chicago the next day and it's House of Blues, I'm like, Oh, shit. Okay, we're on a live tour.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely, when I was sending Mark and our mutual stylist friend options for book tour, every outfit I sent them, I was thinking daytime press, bookstore signings, Jackie O vibes, author-esque, you know? And so I'm sending all of the options, and Mark sends me back like the one that's black that I ended up wearing on stage in Cincinnati, and another one. He's like, okay, these work. But I'm like, what do you mean? I got all of these outfits for book tour. And then I learn, oh, it's not like bookstore signing. I'm like, well, now I need to wear all of these outfits.
Yeah.
So we one day in New York did like 3 outfit changes because I had all these different outlets that were doing photos and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, shit, because I actually didn't work with a stylist for this. I wasn't even thinking live shows, nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm still in my like author-esque outfits, but I'm coming out with the drag queen at the beginning of every show, and I'm doing a little bit of a performance of Good as Gold.
Yeah.
But then I'm in stilettos. Like, I'm not trying to perform in stilettos. And one of the drag queens in Boston, we didn't discuss the logistics of it. She thought that when I came out on stage to give me my moment, and then she left. And I was like, no, come back. I am not trying to perform. Also, but Boston, I will say, to be left on stage, it was my most comfortable outfit because I was still in my airport clothes because my bag ended up in another city and I had to wear my airplane clothes.
Oh, God. That's the worst.
Yeah. So it worked out. I was comfortable on stage, but that was the thing. Like, Austin, the night before Boston, was so fun because I had the 27s there.
Okay.
And we performed our new song, Misunderstood. We had a show. They had a show after. So we went to that. And there were just so many things. But then in Boston, I had my colonial tour guide dude, Daniel, moderate the Q&A with me.
Okay.
The questions these people asked.
Like what?
Like, what does so-and-so's dick taste like? Or how big is it? Or things like, I was just like, and so he's looks at the card and he goes, I don't know if you want me to ask this. And I'm like, ask anything. It's called Sip or Spill. If I don't want to answer, I'll sip. I realized I don't have a drink next to me at that time. So he's like reading the card and he goes, JC Chaz's. And I go, Chazé. And he goes, yeah, NSYNC. I was like, oh my God, your age is showing. I go, you mean NSYNC? And he goes, oh, okay. So then it's like, I'm like, okay, what are they going to ask me about it? They ask about his,
oh my
and
God.
Mark just comes up on stage immediately and gives me a drink. And I go, oh, I guess this is the only thing Mark wants me talking about that's in my mouth tonight. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that though. And you know what I love is like hearing, because I think a lot of people who, they become public figures or reality stars are like, okay, cool. I can just like write a book and then become a New York Times best. No, like this is the work you have to put in.
Yes.
Like, you were doing all that press before and then the book. I'm exhausted listening to it.
No, it was exhausting, but it was so much fun. Every city we had a meet and greet that was completely full, like sold out. There was one where they cut it off even early and they're like, oh, okay, so like we've capped it at 35 and we're like, it should be 50 minimum. And they're like, oh, well, we just thought that was enough. And we're like, open it back up. Like every city, that part was sold out. Several of the shows were sold out. And then there were, the bigger venues that I'm just like, if I do a tour again, I now know what I would do differently, what kind of venues work. Like the big venue in Austin for the performance with the band, perfect.
Okay.
The big venue for my solo Chicago show opening night with no guest in the House of Blues, not ideal.
Okay.
They had a massive floor of seats and it's like, I don't know, half, 3/4 of the floor is full. So there's empty seats. But all of the empty seat people are up on this tier. Then they're up over in this balcony. And then they're over here at the bar. And I'm like, can everyone just be in one area? Like the venue was so big. And then it's like people are yelling at me from up on top. But the lights are so bright that I'm just like, can everyone just that was like working out the kinks the first show.
Okay.
Also the Sip or Spill game, that first show. I should have had my queen come out and ask me the questions. Instead, I'm asking myself the questions,
okay,
bantering with myself, deciding if I'm going to sip or spill, but forgetting to even sip. I'm just spilling the whole time. It was like the longest solo podcast on stage that I've ever done. I was like, Mark, we're not doing this again. If I don't have a guest, like even you don't have to be front and center, side stage, ask me the questions because it was just like, okay. And now they want to know how big his dick is. And okay, hold on. Let me grab my drink. Can I get another drink? It was just like so all over the place. Then we get to Salt Lake. We're like on stage with this TikTok filter thing. It's not working. And I'm like, I got to give this girl a prize or something for coming up. Like it was so awkward. And I'm like trying to keep the energy going. I'm like, Mark, give me. He's like, we don't have enough. I'm like, give me a freaking vinyl. He's like, we don't have enough. I'm like, give me a vinyl. And I take a vinyl. I give it to her. I'm like, the next part of the show that we bring up 3 people, we'll just bring up 2. And so I'm like on the spot trying to like figure this out. And then by the last show, I ended up with an extra Labubu. And these 2 girls in the audience were so sweet. They're like, we just really want. And I was like, I got you. And so I waited until Mark went like on the side of the stage and I took the last Labubu and I tossed it.
I was hoping to get a Labubu in LA, but I know you just did the book signing there, which was just as fun. I mean, that was really fun to watch.
Yes.
We met the girl who had the kitty cat named was it Scheana Marisha?
Yes. And there was another girl on tour who sat in the front row and she has a cat named Scheana Marie.
I love it.
I'm like 2 people with cats. I've also met 3 people who have daughters named Scheana.
Oh, really?
I've not
they spell
met
it the
in
same
person,
way?
but like online, they've like showed me photos of their children. One I met, but yes, spelled the same way, named after me.
Interesting.
Crazy.
I love that.
Yeah, but no, literally every show was so fun. Cincinnati, I had the best time with Zach there.
Okay.
Him and I, like, obviously, you know, we've had a rocky past year.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating when him and Janet are going at it because
Obviously.
since him and I have went to lunch, sat down, talked about it all, we're like, okay, moving forward, we're good in our friendship. It's hard because they're not good in their friendship.
Yeah.
But I had so much fun with him. And it was like, for him and I, our issues weren't even really like our issues. It was like, I didn't like the things that he said when he was drunk to my friends.
Yeah.
He didn't like what he heard me say on a podcast about him and like da-da-da-da-da. So I guess, I mean, his were probably with me. Mine were with him and other people. But anyway, Cincinnati was so much fun. He co-hosted that with me. Benji was there. I got to spend time with him more than I have since they started dating.
Yeah.
I totally get them. I think there's such a good balance for each other. And I just hadn't had that time with them yet. So
were people surprised at the show to see you 2 together? And were they asking about that dynamic?
They were so excited.
Okay.
Like at the meet and greet, he came out with me. And I mean, it was just as much his meet and greet as it was mine. They came to me.
Yeah.
I signed the books, took photos, and then they were over to Zach and Benji for photos too. So that worked out so fun because also he was already in Louisville at the time.
Okay.
So it's not like I had to fly him out or anything like that.
Yeah.
It just, a 2-hour drive. I put him up in a hotel for the night and it was so fun. So,
well, we know Scheana is the connector and the healer. So I do think if anybody
right?
is going to heal the relationship between Zach and Janet, it would be you.
I'm going to do my best.
I know you will.
Yeah. I'm going to take a little break and then we'll be right back to get into some more tour. All right, y'all. So as summer winds down, and I am talking about the season, not my daughter, because she never winds down. But as the summer winds down, let's get back into a routine you love with Wayfair, okay? If you're like me, you love to just go on the website and see what you find, because sometimes you don't even know what you're looking for until you find it. And you will always find something on the Wayfair website, from linens and bedding to storage solutions for every room in the house. Wayfair is your one-stop shop. If you are looking to, say, refresh your workspace with, desks, bookcases, or looking for office chairs, but like for way less, this is the place for you. I'm telling you, there's something in every room in our house and outside of our house from Wayfair. From the outdoor furniture to the swivel chairs in our entry room, the coffee table in our living room, our bed, our office, the chair, the desk. I mean, you name it, we have it, and we got it on Wayfair because with Wayfair, there is something for every style and every home, no matter your space or budget. They make it easy to tackle your home goals.
It's free and easy delivery, even on the big stuff. And they will even help you set it up. Find all of your must-haves from furniture and decor to appliances and cookware, all in one convenient place. Get organized, refreshed, and back to routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. All right, and now that we've got furniture figured out, I am so excited to tell you about our next sponsor, Coyuchi. So Coyuchi is in a league of its own when it comes to bedding, bath, and home products. Let me tell you guys what I just ordered for my new bed, and that was their organic crinkled percale sheet set. It is the key to a cooler, healthier sleep year-round. I recently have also started sleeping on my back upright. I care about my skin. I don't want any wrinkles. If there's a crinkle in my sheet, that's fine. But on my face, no thank you. So if I care, about my skin, my diet, and all of that, then I should care about how important what I sleep on is to my health and wellness. So that is why I think you need to take a page out of my book and invest in your health and the best sleep of your life. Because I'm telling you, the organic crinkled percale sheets are naturally cooling. You're going to get a very restful sleep, certified to be free of toxins, any harmful chemicals that could seep into your skin. You can sleep well and safely with Coyuchi. So if you are like me and you want luxury you can feel good about, if you want healthy, handcrafted, luxury bedding that lasts a lifetime, you need Coyuchi. Get 15% off when you visit coyuchi.com/goodasgold. That's coyuchi.com/goodasgold to get 15% off. COYUCHI.com/goodasgold.
All right, we're back.
Well, you were talking about Zach being at that show.
Yeah.
I had seen in your stories, you had done a repost. It was like on stage.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was no sound, but there was like some tea.
Yes.
What was that?
So Benji posted that. He got the perfect moment of Zach's reaction. I put an All-American Reject song over it. But during the Q&A segment, Zach was reading out questions that the audience had submitted. And one of them relayed that Victoria apparently approached the fans at one of Tom's shows or appearances in St. Louis recently, brought me up out of nowhere, completely talking shit about me, saying how annoying I am, and making fun of how I sing Good as Gold. She tells these girls, she goes, and you know what really annoys me about her is in her song, it goes, good as gold. I was like, she hates the pause.
She hates the cadence of your song.
So they're like, they come on stage to tell. I was like, wait, who said this? And I was like, come up, please tell me the story. And they're like, it was so weird. Like, she just started talking about you and was like, do you guys like Scheana? I think she's so annoying. You know what else is annoying? How she sings Good as Gold.
I mean, that's really reaching. It sounds like someone's trying to remain relevant by putting your name in their mouth, because that is just the weirdest thing to bitch about.
I know.
I mean, have you even had any communication with Tom or her or anything or any beef? Like,
no, I mean, I saw them both at Stagecoach.
Okay.
We were at Zenyara with Lance Bass at his table, and Lance and Tom are so cool. He says hi and invited him to the table. So I hung out with them like in a loud setting by proxy, not really talking or anything. And since then, I texted Tom and just said, congrats on America's Got Talent. And he said, thank you. And I said, what was more intimidating, that or Masked Singer? And he never responded. So that's our communication. So when he wants to go out there like, yeah, Scheana and I talk all the time. I'm like, congrats on this, congrats on that. It's very much just like transactional. And then you don't even fucking respond. So I'm like, we're good. So I don't know if some of the stuff I maybe said in some of my press about the book, if they actually read the book, if it's things I said in my live shows. Because, of course, like, I'm out there. Like, I was basically a stand-up comedian for the monologue of my show. And then I'm saying jokes and whatnot. I'm sure there are clips on the internet from my shows of things that I've said that maybe didn't land well with them. But
Maybe. And I mean, yeah,
I
if
don't care.
anything, I mean, yeah, you brought up Tom in your book. If anyone wants to have beef, it's Tom. But like,
Yeah.
we're not going to have beef with irrelevant Victoria, please.
No.
Stop.
And I'm like, what do you think? Like, I'm going to be on the Valley and now you want to be on the Valley. And so now, like, I'm not, whatever happens in reality TV for my future, I am not going to give irrelevant people storylines. I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
So, Jesse Lawley, you think I'm using you? You're welcome.
Here we go. So, like, my biggest regret is, so, I love Atlanta, my friends,
Yes.
and I wanted to come to the Atlanta show,
Yeah.
but I couldn't make it work out. And then to find out that that's when you found out you were a New York Times bestseller, I was even more mad because I was like, I want to be there celebrating.
I know.
And I saw you had, like, I think you had pictures in front of Claremont, which is my
Yes.
favorite strip club
Yes.
in the world. Like,
Yes.
what did you do that night?
So that night, it was so cool. So I'm getting glam. And right as I'm walking to my Uber, I get a call from Mark and he was like, hey, the publisher and book agent need to get on a call with you, like, immediately. How long until you're back at your hotel? And I was like, oh shit. Like, whenever like the power's up,
That's a scary call.
that I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God. My immediate thought, because I have OCD, it's not like, maybe I made the bestsellers list. I'm like, who's suing me?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
For sure.
I was like, shit.
I'd be the same.
The lawyer's probably going to be on the call. And I'm like, is it this person? Is it this person? I'm like running through everything I've said in the book about everyone. He goes, I don't think it's a bad call. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I was like, it says 20 minutes to get back. And so then I'm like, wait a second. It's Wednesday. I already thought, because I had researched on, I think it was Monday, Googled the bestsellers list or whatever, and it had put it out for August 3rd. And we're not at August 3rd yet. And so in my head, I was like, oh, well, that sucks. I didn't make it. But you know what? Honestly, didn't expect to make it. It would have been such a pleasant surprise if I did. But I genuinely, as much as I felt like the book speaks for itself and the book is New York Times bestseller worthy, I don't know if enough people are going to care to buy it. So I did not expect to make the list. And because I checked on Monday and I wasn't on the list, I just already told myself like, oh, I didn't make it.
Yeah.
And Mark was like, well, why do you say that? And I'm like, because I checked and it's not there. But no, the list for the Tuesday books comes out on the following Wednesday. So then when I was like, oh my God, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. And so I get back to the room. Christina Ariel was there. And I didn't know she had set up her phone on the desk to capture like my reactions and all of the moments. So I get in, Mark setting up the Zoom, and I hear my book agent and she goes, okay, so yeah, we can announce later. And I go, announce what? And she's like, we need to get the rest of the people on the Zoom. And so in that moment, I'm like, I don't want to get too excited, but I'm like, there's no way it's something else. Like now it's not something bad. It's got to be something good. But still, I'm like, I don't know. It might just be they want to let me down easy and they want to get on a Zoom to be like, look, you made the Amazon bestsellers list. Congrats. But we're so sorry you didn't make New York Times. Like, I'm still thinking of every scenario. And then when they told me it was like number 6 with one thing, number 4 on another, I was like, oh my gosh. So we go to the show in Atlanta that night. So much fun. And then after, we're like, we got to go to the club.
Yeah.
Claremont, Hotel Claremont.
I love it. Was Goldie there? That's my favorite
No, but
dancer.
Callie was.
Okay.
And she was beautiful. We've already shouted her out on the podcast.
Okay.
You guys go there, give her all of your money. She was so sweet, so beautiful. And it was so much fun. So
Yeah.
I celebrated with my mom and sister and friends at the strip club.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm mad I wasn't there.
I know. I also thought it was weird that the max they allow you to take out there is $120. I mean, I took that out. I gave it all, but then I'm like, do I go back and just keep getting another 120 from like a different account?
Maybe.
But then it was getting late. But I'm
It's
like,
also like not the most expensive strip club. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You just drink the Paps.
No, it was so funny. Like while being on tour in different cities, I'm trying to think, it was when we were in Cincinnati and we went to this taco place after and they had like twisted teas and whatnot. Like you get a can of twisted tea, $10 to $15 minimum.
Yeah.
And so I ordered 3 and she was like $9. That's fine. I would like 3. And she's like, it's $9 fucking. I'm like, I don't care how much they are. I want 3 of them. They're $3?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I know. This is why I got kicked out of an Austin bar one time because I got to Austin and the pictures were like $6. And so
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take a picture. And they were like, ma'am, no, we're not going to give a picture to a single person. I'm like, why? Like, and so then like, now we need your ID. And then they wouldn't accept my ID. I was just like, what's wrong with you people?
Right?
I'm from New York.
I'm trying to spend money.
I just want to drink a $6 pitcher with a straw.
And they're like, ma'am, you need to
Get
leave. Anyway, strip club to celebrate, the best. We're going to take one more quick little break and then we'll be back to wrap up our tour shenanigans.
All right, are you guys looking for a new funny movie this summer? Because if so, Searchlight Pictures' new movie, The Roses, this is just for you. All right, we've got the perfect couple, Ivy and Theo Rose, and they have it all. Successful careers, a loving marriage, great kids, you know, the whole shebang. But when Theo's career comes crashing down, just as Ivy's fame starts to skyrocket, a tinderbox of fierce competition and growing resentment ignites, threatening to destroy everything they've built if they don't destroy each other first. I mean, all is fair when love is war, am I right? So for anyone who's ever been in a relationship, we all know I have been, The Roses is a crowd-pleasing comedy. It's starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman, Andy Samberg, Allison Janney, Ncuti Gatwa, and Kate McKinnon. From the director of Meet the Parents, Jay Roach, and the writer of Poor Things, we've got Tony McNamara on the screenplay. This movie is absolutely hilarious. And it is in theaters everywhere, August 29th. Okay, so as I get older, I realize that I really need to take care of my health. And that's why I chose Function, because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data that most people never see and the insights to actually take action. So now that I'm in my 40s, as we all know, one thing I've been worried about are my hormones. I've been feeling a little different the last 6 months, and maybe it could be my hormones are off. So inside Function, you can test for over 160 biomarkers, from heart and hormones to toxins, inflammation, and my personal favorite, stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. I mean, it's an enhanced view at what's happening inside your body. So this is very important. This could normally cost over $10,000 if you did it on your own, but with Function, it is only $4.99 a year. That is $1.37 per day for cutting-edge health insights. Lab visits are fast and convenient. They have over 2,000 locations across the U.S. You can learn more and join using my link. The first 1,000 get a $100 credit towards their membership. Visit www.functionhealth.com/goodasgold or use gift code goodasgold100 at sign up to own your health.
I wanted to ask you a question because, you know, I always love some Peter magical slander. It's my favorite thing. And I saw that you had responded to a tweet he had made at you. Like, what went down with that?
So I personally do not love Peter slander. I have been a Peter apologist, Peter friend for 15 years. So when I saw the tweet, I was quite surprised because 3 weeks ago, I talked to him. He asked if I could do a podcast that he's producing. I think one of the servers from Sir hosts it, whatever it's called. I don't know. And so he asked if I could be a guest on that soon. And I was like, look, I'm leaving for book tour next week. My schedule until mid-August is slammed. You know, I'm always down. I will say yes to everything. It's then my team's job to come in and say she can't do this because of this conflict or whatever. I say yes to everything, and I like to support my friends' projects.
Yeah.
So I said, you know, I just got a new publicist because Mark is now manager mode. He can't do it all, especially with the book. So I said, just reach out to Mark or my publicist, Sean, and we'll set it up. So I don't hear from him. I think that they're working it out. Sean said, you know, like, yeah, we can't make it happen like right now, but like we can revisit like once she gets back from tour or whatever. It wasn't a no. It was just a not right now because we didn't have time to fit it in.
Yeah.
There was one, I think it was when I was in Pittsburgh, or I don't even remember where the fuck I was, but it was like the flight was late. I had to get into the hotel to do press. at a certain time before I had, it was like this whole thing. So I'm like, I don't even have time when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
And so I see a tweet of his where he says, the only person I will support is Lisa Vanderpump. And it was in response to me saying something. So it's like a photo of me, him saying that. I screenshot it on Twitter. I texted it to him with a bunch of question marks. Give it a few days. I don't hear back. And so I was like, oh.
He left you on red?
So somebody got a phone call. And if you've read my book, you know about those phone calls.
Mm-hmm. It'd be very nice if you were to tweet a little thing.
You know, in support of me, I can't tell you what to say.
We have terrible English accents.
But like, I'm wondering, is that why Stassi didn't post for the book?
Oh,
did she get a phone call also? I mean, she's now in London with the Queen, so
she didn't post at all?
Not at all. Not even a text.
And you guys are cool. Like, your kids hang out.
She commented when I posted the book, like that I was releasing it. She commented a congratulations. But I'm like, I've been so supportive of all 3 of her books. I've always posted. I've showed up to her book signings. I've pre-ordered every book. I've also received my gifted one. I have 2 copies of all of her books in my fucking houses.
Yeah.
So I was really disappointed by that.
That sucks.
And I don't think I said anything bad about her in the book where it's like, I'm not going to support this book.
Yeah.
But there are certain people I'm like, I see you. I see you. I see you. And Peter was one I saw and he did not respond. And so at all of my live shows, I decided to make it a little bit. And so there was a question we asked in the BFF game. Okay, so you walk into Sir. What do you do first? Order a pumptini. B, take a photo with Peter because he's the only fucking person who still works there. C, take a selfie in the Sir alley. Or D, christen the Sir bathroom. And then people like, when a couple people said, take a picture with Peter. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you want a picture with him? And they're like, well, he's still there. And I'm like, did you see what he said about me on Twitter? And then everyone had seen it.
Oh my God.
And so I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, we've always been good.
Yeah.
We've never had beef.
Yeah. They'll take the picture because it's the only way he'll be nice to them at the restaurant. That was my experience.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, all because I said I can't do your podcast right now.
Yeah.
And then I see people commenting because I had said that on Twitter. I responded to it when he didn't text me back. I was like, okay, I'll just make it public then. I was trying to privately say it, but you made it public, so I'll respond.
Yeah.
And people are like, wow, you're not supportive. You don't have time. Like that. I'm like, y'all don't know my schedule. First of all, I'm also a mother.
Yeah.
Let's not forget I'm a working mother. I am touring. I have press. I have my own podcast that I couldn't even record last week. Like, I'm busy.
And you have brand deals that people don't know about that like come out later and like you have to do photo shoots for them. And
that
like,
was the whole thing too. On my days off in LA, I'm shooting my content for iGarden. That was a whole setup, a full day shoot. And so it's like, you guys
don't get it. No. It's like,
it was so fucking annoying.
Even like, I don't see you that often, but even I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time because that's how long you've been gone and just busy.
And it went so quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, genuinely did not know Peter and I had beef until I guess I was unavailable for his podcast.
I love random beef, which is why I was like, okay, so I was cracking up when I saw this interview going around of Adriana from Real Housewives of Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing you up about the like BravoCon.
Oh my God,
I guess you were in a Sprinter van together. And she had like hooked up with Captain
I don't think
Jason.
they hooked up.
Oh, they didn't? Okay. So
I think she wanted to hook up.
Oh, okay.
So I could get myself in trouble here because I may not be remembering this properly. This was 2 years ago, BravoCon.
Okay.
From what I recall, and I had already been friends with Captain Jason before that BravoCon, but that BravoCon, we got like way closer and like now we are location sharing friends who keep in touch all the time.
You have Captain Jason's location?
I do.
Oh my God.
That I do.
Give it to me.
Our daughters are friends now.
Okay.
We've done Universal with them. And so like him and I are very close. So I remember I was a part of, it was like all housewives and me for whatever the nighttime Watch What Happens Live, whatever it was. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm the only non-housewife talent here.
Yeah.
Something got asked during that Watch What Happens Live taping. I think about Captain Jason, that they hung out in Miami. They had a date. He went over to her house or something or another. And I remember telling him whatever it was that she said. Can't remember right now, but exactly what she said on stage maybe it got repeated in the Sprinter van. I don't remember being in a Sprinter van with her.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure maybe she thought it was that, but it was on stage.
Okay.
Whatever she said, when I saw him that night, I was like, oh, so I heard this and that. And he was like, that is not what happened. And I was like, oh, okay, well, she just said on stage in front of all of these people. And so I was just like being cheeky with him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, the fact that she's saying that, like, that's not what happened.
Oh, well, she was making it sound like Scheana was the cock blocker.
Well, and if I was, it's because I had other girls in mind for him. I don't know Adriana. I've never met her. Sorry, I've never watched Miami.
Yeah.
I had Lala I was trying to set him up with. I had Ashley Darby I was trying to set him up with.
Okay.
I had like my friends who
Yeah.
wanted to set him up with. Now I'm like, hey, Michelle. But,
oh my God.
you know, so we'll see what happens BravoCon 2025 with
I
Captain
know.
Jason and Sheena the matchmaker.
I know, right? I'm interested
But
to
it won't
see
be
too.
Adriana.
No. You might have to squash the beef with Adriana.
Oh my God. No, that makes me nervous because it's like when I have beef with my own cast, that's fine. When they brought me and Lindsay Hubbard up, I was like, thankfully her and I were still like in an okay place at the time. But I was like, what if they do that again?
Oh my
now
God,
I'm
they
like, now
probably
I'm kind
will.
of scared.
No, you should be. I'm sure it would be brought up.
Thanks. You should be.
I'm just saying. They're shady.
Oh, I know. Well, speaking of shady housewives, you know, I have been so out of the loop. I've been trying to catch up on all of my shows, but then I think that it's downloaded when I'm on the Wi-Fi at the hotel. I get to the airport and I'm like, fuck, I didn't check to finish the download. And so I'm behind on OC.
Yeah.
Tried to watch it last night when I got home. I started episode 5. And I'm 10 minutes in and I'm so confused. I realize, oh, I haven't watched episode 4.
Yeah.
So I go back, I start watching episode 4. But then I'm like, no, I did see the beginning of this. When did I fall asleep during episode 4? I fell asleep again. So I am behind, but I see that your name has been floating around. Obviously, I knew when you went to go film. Is that in episode 5?
No,
Okay.
it's not going to come up till later.
Okay, because I was like, I felt like that wasn't that long ago, and now it's already being talked about.
Yeah.
So it's just a storyline.
I didn't realize how it was going to be kind of expanded over multiple episodes. I thought it was
Yeah.
just going to be like a one and done, but no, it's not.
Okay, so I haven't missed your actual
No.
appearance yet, but they did start talking about you,
They're
and
just
they're like,
talking
"Oh, I
about
thought
me."
she was just a cool journalist." I'm like, she's not a regular journalist; she's a cool journalist.
She is a cool journalist.
You are.
I am.
I never like to judge based on a TV show and based on an edit.
Yeah.
I'm the first person that's like, you know what? Meet him in person. I might love Katie if I met her in person. I don't know if I ever will because I don't know. Is she even going to be at BravoCon? I feel like they would have disinvited her.
I mean, her name was definitely on the list.
that was before all this.
I
so.
mean, but who knows?
I don't know. But she's one where I'm like, okay, my friends who are your cast members like don't really like you. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything there for me.
I don't really know what to do with that either. Again, I was sort of expecting like an apology at some point. I don't think I'm going to get that.
I mean, from what it sounds like, she's just like a pathological liar.
She's pathological is what it feels like. She is pathological. And I feel like, I don't know, like nobody is sort of like friends with her. If
Right.
they think they're friends with her, but then she just like will throw them under the bus on a whim.
Yeah. And that, I mean, obviously, we're not going to give it away. We'll rediscuss this and maybe even have Gretchen come back on when this all does come back
Yeah.
up. But I'm like, you know, I've known Gretchen for 15 years. I've known you forever. I've known some of these other women for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to believe what they're saying about her.
You know?
Well, shit, I did have so many other topics to talk about, like Machine Gun Kelly on Watch What Happens Live. But I, again, am a working mom and I'm fucking busy and I have other podcasts I have to do today. So I have to get running. But I'm going to save these cards for the next time we get in the studio because we need to discuss these hot topics
Okay.
still and get into some more Orange County. Jack's Hole for the week. I think we just give it to Katie.
Katie Janela.
Yeah.
You own it.
Yes.
It's yours.
I didn't even know her last name. So I'm like, people make, she's making it Katie Maloney. Janella to be, just to be clear. But thank you for being here. This
Thanks
was
for
a
having me.
short one, but Mama's busy. Kiki's busy. She is on Radio Andy's Reality Checked weekdays. You can find her at The Talk of Shame. And if you haven't gotten your copy of the New York Times best-selling book, My Good Side, mygoodsidebook.com. And yay, back to life. Here we go. All right. See you guys next week.
For this all my